It's Thursday afternoon, looks like the 18th of June. Lisa's at work today. I have loaded everything up on the motorhome. We are going down to Airway Heights, just north of Spokane, or just east or west of Spokane, and down to the Northern Quest Casino. Lisa's going to be flying out tomorrow, headed down to Alabama for the weekend. She's got a long weekend. She's off on Monday as well. She won't be getting back in to Monday night. So I am going to head down to the Northern Quest Casino and their campground, and I am going to stay there this weekend. And then she will join me there from work this afternoon and tonight, and then I will take her to the airport in the morning, where she can head out on her all-day flying trip, multiple flights to into Nashville, and she's going to be picked up in Nashville by her daughters. Supposed to be a pretty weekend in both places, in Lake Guntersville, Alabama, and in Spokane, Washington. So hopefully both of us will have a good weekend. A lot of traffic here in Wilber today. That's unusual. Sometimes you sit there 15 or 20 minutes, won't see a car go by. And this is a U.S. highway. But I'm on my way down there, and we'll see where we go from there. Hello again. I had to pull over. I had been waiting on a conference call to come in this morning for work, and it's running about an hour and a half behind, and right as I started down the road, then it rang in. So I had to cut that other segment short and take that call. I had to pull off in a parking lot where I could take that call. It never seems to fail. They come in right at the most inopportune times. But I am headed down to Northern Quest Casino in Airway Heights, Washington, which is just north and east of Spokane. Supposed to be a pretty weekend. Lisa's going to fly out in the morning and leave me on her way to Alabama for 4 days. She will be back Monday night. And so, needing something to do this weekend, I figured I would go down and try my luck down at the casino for a little bit. So I called down yesterday. They had space in the campground, so I am headed down. It's 10 o'clock Pacific time. I'm about 65 miles out of Spokane, so it's a good hour and 5-minute drive to get down to where I'm going. I don't know, I've got this camera turned around. I don't know if you're looking at my chest or you're looking at my big old basketball head. That I don't know. I can't see anything while I have it turned around. But I'm going to turn it back around. You can see the view a little bit on my way down to Airway Heights. And once it becomes repetitive, I will shut it back off and pick it back up again when we get into something that maybe you would want to see. I know you're looking at the ground there, but tilted up, and it's tilted a little bit. I left my screw downs in the Jeep. Lisa has the Jeep at the hospital today, so I am kind of improvising. So I guess there is a good chance you may not ever even see this video, because when I review it, it may not be worth putting anything on there. But anyway, it's a little bit cockeyed, but we'll see how it looks when I get down there. One thing, this motorhome needs to be washed. I washed it about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Haven't been anywhere in it, but just in this dry air up here. When it's not raining, the wind blows so much, you have so much dust it blows in, it just collects on it. I have to, because leave the windows open usually during the day, and I run my air conditioner at night to get it cool. But I have to clean those air conditioning ducts, filters out once a week, because they collect so much dust in them from the windows being open during the day. Uneventful ride down. I hope it's an uneventful ride. It's a straight shot. Seems like it takes you forever to get down there. You just drive and drive and drive before you get into anything else there is to see. When I get over this ridge, I will go ahead and pop it off for this segment, and when I get into something else, might be a little bit interesting to see, or something you haven't seen before, or I haven't shown you, I will pop it back on and continue the video from there. Okay, we're coming into the Davenport area of Washington. Speed limit again, slowing down to 30 miles an hour. From what I understand, they really mean it. So we're going to try to stay under that and do what we need to do. But this is Davenport. This is the county seat for Lincoln County, Washington. Still a small city. I think the whole county here has only got like 10,500 people in it. So it's not a very heavily populated county. There's a lot of the county. It's just all farmland. Ladies out taking their walk today, I guess. Sidewalk's going to end on them there where they're remodeling that house. Up in this area, this is everyone we have met since we've been up here since March. Everyone we have met, this is some of the nicest people that we have met. And Lisa and I travels over the last few years. We've met a lot of people, but these, I've got to say, here on the east side of Washington State have been right up there at the top with the people we've met and spoke to. Sitting here on the right, making sure that we maintain that 30-mile-an-hour speed zone. Actually, this is the sheriff's office that's sitting there doing that. Come out of the city, so we're going to go back into kind of the same terrain, same view that we have on a lot of these roads that just go on and on and on, and just farmland. So I'm going to shut it off here till we get on down in closer to Airway Heights. When we get in the city there, I will pick the video back up where you can see that, and then on out to the casino and the campground RV resort there at the casino. I'll wait and look at the mileage. You can see the canola there on the right, all that yellow, if you can see that on the right. That's canola. Looks like we're about 35 miles out of Spokane, Airway Heights, that area. Okay, I've picked the video back up. We're coming into Airway Heights here, just outside of Spokane. We're about to pass the Fairchild Air Force Base. It sits in here as well. A lot of air traffic around here coming into the Spokane Airport as well as the Air Force Base here. I like when I come down here to sit around and just watch the military aircraft come and go from the Air Force Base. But we're coming back into civilization here, and there's a 14-foot 5-inch bridge, and we're 12-foot 9 inches, so we're good there. Obviously, we didn't hit anything. Go to the right here, one of the roads that goes out to the Air Force Base there. Haven't been out there. Of course, they keep that locked down. But coming in back into civilization here, and should start seeing vehicles moving and people moving around here a little bit. Population picks way on up. Further we head east here on US 2. You see one of the security points there on the right from the Air Force Base. There's a second one just right out here at this other corner as well. That fence row along the right is the perimeter on this side of the base. They've got a couple of lookout points. It's a pretty day today to be out. It's supposed to be pretty all weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Coming up on one of these roundabouts, I don't necessarily like those, especially in this 45-foot bus. It gets a little quirky sometimes, but we'll get through it. There's one casino here on the left of the Spokane tribe. That's not the one we're going to. It's a lot smaller than the one we're going to, and it doesn't have a campground, I do not believe. Maneuver our way, let this truck get on by so we don't get beside him and get me cut him off or him cut me off. Try to maneuver around this thing, get through them. I never understand the purpose of those, and on major highways anyway, but it is what it is. Can't go over them, you got to go around them. Stay in this left lane, probably piss some people off, but I've got to turn left up here, and I'm not sure I'll be up on it before I know it, but it is what it is. I'm not too far from where I've got to turn, so I'm going to stay here where I don't have to maneuver back over, or worse than that, work my way on down and figure out how I'm going to circle a block and come back this direction. Tight fit here. There we go. Have to find some lunch here somewhere shortly. My feed bag's empty. Get in here. Hopefully they'll let me check in a little bit early. I don't think check-in time's till like 2 o'clock. It's about 11 here now, so hopefully they'll let me check in early. If not, I'll park on the parking lot casino over there. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I'll just park there and go get me something to eat until time to check in. But we'll see how it is when we get here. You can see the sign coming up on the left here, the advertising. That's part of the tribal land, that Chevron station, and all back out through there is part of that tribal land. We could have turned there and worked our way around. I've done that in the Jeep when I was riding around down here, but it seems to be easier going in, turning right down here before you get to Walmart. Our turn. We're not far. We are not far at all from our destination today. Haven't driven this thing in a while, other than I did get it out one day and just took it down the street up there in Wilber and filled it up. Our heat and our hot water is a aqua hot system which runs off of our diesel fuel, and I had not topped the tank off when we first came in there in March, so I was getting concerned about the diesel level. I'm not sure exactly where the appliances stopped working or it keeps you enough fuel to get somewhere, so I wasn't going to take a chance. I just drove it down the street, topped it off with diesel fuel, which we still have plenty, but when I get back on Sunday afternoon, I'll top it back off again just to play it safe. Kind of have to get used to driving this thing again. It's a huge. But it does drive smooth. That's one thing I can say about Integra Coach. It is a good ride. It is a smooth and good ride. World there on the right. Certainly will be visiting it sometime this weekend, getting a few groceries and some things I am needing. You can see on the left in the distance out there in the video wall, and then the Northern Quest Hotel and the Northern Quest Casino. Probably should have turned right there. I'm not sure. I'll get it figured out when we get up here. I'm sure someone will point me in the right direction. Campground's here on the left. Get in there to it. I believe RV resort right here. Here we go. Hopefully the video quality on this is good enough that you can see the casino and the hotel, and they have a movie, like a dinner theater down there as well, a bowling and a dinner theater. Haven't been to it, but I've seen it when I've been in there before at the facility. another roundabout here, getting over to the campground. Quite a few in there, but certainly not full. Shoot around that, keeping that tree hitting the top of us there. They need to plug that thing, prune it. Here, I will have to stop, I'm sure, here at the clubhouse for registration and to see if they will let me stay in here right now or if I've got to go back out for a while. So I will stop right here to do the registration and I'll let you know something shortly. Well, got checked in. They let me check in early. We're in site number 2. So we are real close here. It's a back-end premium site. So we're going to turn in right here and get set up and get back in here. Show you around once I get everything set up.